Hey everybody, this is Dalvin Gestura247. Microsoft Xbox's E3 2018 just wrapped up. I watched the whole thing. And this is a quick review I want to do about it, talking about it a little bit, talking with the games. I'll try to make this video as quick as possible. And I'll give a review for their conference. So let's start off. So first, Xbox announced 50 games, 18 exclusives, and 15 world premieres. And I'll talk a little bit about the games or just mention what they talked about. The first game blew my mind, Halo Infinite, Halo Infinite, which is an exclusive. So they announced new Halo game right away to start off, and this is going to be an interesting game. Looks like it's taking, I think it's in the setting after Halo 5, I'm not too sure, but it'll be a different game, and they announced a Halo, so I'm happy about that. Second game, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, an exclusive. I played the original Ori and the original Ori game, and I liked it a lot, so this will be pretty interesting to add to the collection. Next game, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Next game afterwards, Fallout 76. And it'll be 4 times the size of Fallout 4, so Fallout 76 will take place before Fallout 4. And this is a really exciting game I'm looking forward to. Next game, Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. Next game, Crackdown 3. And I gotta admit, Crackdown 3 has been delayed for quite a bit now. But I'm really looking forward to Crackdown 3 because I enjoyed the previous Crackdown, so I'll probably get this game. Nier Automata, Metro, and Crackdown 3 is an exclusive, I forgot to mention. Nier Automata, next game after that, Metro Exodus. Another game I want to get. Kingdom Hearts is coming to Xbox One. Sea of Thieves DLC, so they announced some new DLC packs. Battlefield V, Forza Horizon 4, which is an exclusive, and it's set in Britain and has the dynamic weather and climate changes. It looks really good. I'm definitely getting Forza Horizon 4. So far they announced new Halo and Forza. I'm really happy about that. And Microsoft has acquired 5 new gaming studios. Yeah, they acquired 5 new gaming studios. I think making AAA and quadruple A games. So this will only benefit Xbox users with more studios. That means more games will be coming in the future. We Happy Few is the next game. I'm not too sure about that. I can't remember what that was about. PUBG DLC exclusive. Tales of Vesperia, the Defendant Edition. Tom Clancy The Division 2. And I enjoyed the first Tom Clancy Division. The first Division. And this should be another great game. Actually, I was pretty impressed with the Division 2 trailer. More games are coming to the Xbox Game Pass and more exclusives as of now. They announced more exclusives in the Game Pass, not too sure what they announced. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, another game coming to Xbox One, will look amazing on the Xbox One X. Session, which is another skate game, a skateboarding game, it's an exclusive. Black Desert, which is an exclusive. Devil May Cry 5, I never played the Devil May Cry 5 series, but this caught my eye, it looks pretty interesting. Cuphead DLC is coming. Tonic exclusive. 25... Jump Force, Dragon Ball Z. It's a new game featuring Dragon Ball Z characters. I'm not sure if it's a fighting game or an adventure game or an RPG, but it's a new Dragon Ball Z game. It's called Jump Force. Dying Light 2. Oh, this looked amazing. This really impressed me. How they presented Dying Light 2. I have Dying Light 1. I think it's a phenomenal game. It's a great zombie game, and Dying Light 2 looks like it's going to be a really good game. Battletoads, which is an exclusive, is coming to Xbox One, Xbox One X. Just Cause 4 is coming to Xbox One. Gears Pop and Gears Tactics. Now these are new Gears of War games coming out. They're kind of like, I guess, I'm not too sure what they are, like an RTS game or an arcade game, but they're coming to the Xbox One, Xbox One X. And the final game which I'm sold and which I'm hyped about was Gears 5. I find it kind of funny, they didn't call it Gears of War 5, they just called it Gears 5. So maybe there's something different with the name going on, or maybe this is something new with the series, I'm not too sure, but he called it Gears 5, not Gears of War 5. And I love the trailer for Gears 5, it looked amazing, the story I already got hooked on, I found compelling, and the visuals looked nice, and Marcus is still in the game, so Gears 5 will be an amazing game. And Phil Spencer made an announcement. They are committed to make a new Xbox in the future that will lead a future in gaming. And the final game they presented was Cyberpunk 2077. Never played Cyberpunk, but it looks like it's gonna be a really good game. And actually, I'm not too sure if Cyberpunk came out before. I said I never played it, but Cyberpunk 2077 looked really good. And yeah, you know, this was to sum up Microsoft's Xbox's E3 2018 quickly. And you know, they announced a new Halo, they announced a new Forza, they announced a new Gears of War, actually a couple new Gears, or Gears 5. This is what really made me happy. These are my favorite franchises from the Xbox One, from the Xbox brand. And they announced these new games, and they're going to be terrific. I know they're going to be big sellers, they're going to be great games. And Microsoft did a good job with third-party games, and they brought in quite a bit of exclusives, 18 exclusives. And who knows how these games will turn out? They could be either hits or misses, but they brought about 50 games to this conference. You know, I thought Phil Spencer did a good job presenting his side of the story, or the new vision of Xbox. And you know, these games will look best on Xbox One X, Xbox One X, because Xbox One X has the best third-party games, best looking third-party games now. And I'm sure these exclusives will be really good. And there's a good variety of games, from, like, you know, fighting games, AAA games, indie games, arcade games, this and this. So I thought Microsoft did a really good job in this conference. And possibly out of 10, I would have to give Microsoft an 8.5 out of 10 for this year's E3. I thought it was better than the last 2 years. I thought they did a really good job with the presentation of their games. They have a healthy balance and a wide selection of games, a good variety of games. So yeah, I give this conference, Microsoft's E3, Xbox's E3, an 8.5 out of 10. And yeah, you know, there's been a lot of criticism towards the Xbox brand lately, and I sometimes criticize it myself. But you know, after this conference, I was pretty happy. I'm pretty happy to be an Xbox One owner. There are good games coming. Just give them some time, and they'll be here. And yeah, Microsoft had a really good E3. Like I said, 50 games. Wow, they presented 50 games. And Battlefield V looks like it'll be really interesting. Battlefield 5, and I'm really hyped for a new Battlefield. I know it's going to perform and look best on the Xbox One X. So yeah, they announced 50 new games, 18 exclusives, and 15 world premieres. A lot of good games here. PUBG will have DLC, and I'll probably get back into PUBG. I stopped playing it for a while. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It should be interesting to see how the new Gears Pop and Gears Tactics looks like. Gears 5 will be amazing, or Gears of War 5. A lot of good games here, a lot of new games. And I thought Microsoft delivered. I thought he did a pretty good job. Like I said, I found their E3 this year was better than the last 2 or 3 years. They presented lots of games, exclusives, third-party games. And the best thing about this, these games look best on the Xbox One X. So and you know what really made me happy was the purchase of the 5 studios. I think they're committed to making more games in the future. And you know, they might not win this generational console wars between a PlayStation or Nintendo, but I think they're set for the next console generation, and they'll be more than ready to tackle and fight and try to win over the gaming audience, because hey, they produce great games. They have a great online, and they have a great system itself with the Xbox One X, and then the future Xbox coming in the future. So yeah, like I said, I give this conference an 8.5 out of 10 for Xbox, Microsoft's E3. Tell me what you think about this E3, or whether you liked it or not, which games you might be pre-ordering, or which games you might be wanting in the future, and your overall thoughts of this conference. Thank you very much, everybody. This is Dalvin. Bye-bye.